going to be a little relaxed today. Okay? Hopefully, chat doesn't rile me up into getting too wild. So, I'll open with some Kata. We'll wait for chat to wake up and filter in. Okay, let's see. Seisan. Oh, Shonen. How you doing, buddy? Charles Olivier or Max Holloway? Fight is tonight. I mean, I like both of them, but I feel like Holloway has got to take it. That's what I think. What about you? What do you think? I should have asked that first. I don't think I'll watch it. I'll probably wait for highlights or something. I haven't watched UFC live in many years. Really, it was like coming out of the pandemic, I sort of slowed down. I stopped getting like the pay-per-view stuff, you know. Olivia, okay, but Holloway is the favorite. Right, I mean, see, but that's the thing, and then it's like, I always kind of feel like I want to bet on the person that's not the favorite, you know, because it's like, oh, everyone thinks that person's going to win. I don't know, you know. I don't know. But I've been out of the UFC game, like I said, for a while, so I'm not up to date on how, you know, everyone is. Okay, I'm going to do this that way so you can see. Are you going to watch? You going to give me a full report? And now I'll turn this way so that I can turn towards you. I'm going to confuse myself practicing kata on stream where I just cannot remember where front is. That's a big thing. You know, in dojos that I've taught at in the past, it's been a regular exercise to make people do kata from like, okay, now face the back corner, right? Because it's easy enough to just like flip it, but to like orient it a little bit different, then you get thrown off, you know. How's everyone doing this Saturday? How are we doing? Are we gonna get sassy today? I'm feeling real relaxed. So I don't know how sassy I'll get. That depends on you completely, okay? I do read every single comment. Let's wrestle, let's wrestle. Well, if you're new to the channel and don't know my weak spots, then sure, let's do it. But if you know already all of my injuries, then I will politely decline, thank you. Wrestlers are a different sort of animal, you know? Like, everyone talks about, oh, boxers have grit, they get hit, but wrestlers, it's like every part of them is strong in every direct. They do like these weird twists, you know, they're just like bears. They're bears of people. I will be representing myself in our wrestling match. Okay, where was I? I was at the end of this. Kakyuke, hooking block. Rasenuke, which is wrapping the arm underneath here. Grab. 1, 2, right here. Boom. Hit them on the way out. Press. And now I'm going to turn again so that I can face you. Okay. Here. Turn. Kansetsugeri. Knee kick. Here. Toro no Guchi. Mouth of the tiger. Okay. It sounds like something very different. Okay. This punch, which is weak because you don't turn, so it feels like nothing. And the range is totally different. So I mean, it's sort of an illusion, you know. 1, press, slide, kansetsugeri, and I'll do that to the side again. Nicholas Tate. I am a fighter. That's awesome. I'm always surprised at like the totally tame comments that get censored. Are you familiar with the Shri Ryu? No. I'm familiar with a lot of them, but I'm not up to speed on I mean, there's obviously a million different sub branches. Like, there's like Kodokans and, you know, stuff that I'm just not aware of. Oh my God. I might have typed it wrong. I know Shotokan Shitoryu. One of my senseis was a Shorin-ryu practitioner. It's like a super relaxed, floppy kind of style, which I actually really, really like. Okay, so we've already started. Okay, I'm going to put you on the board for who I look like. Andy Tate. We got 1. Okay, we're on the board. Let's see if I can put this here without disturbing my kata practice. Okay. You're a Shitoryu black belt, right? Yes. Shitoryu, Goju-ryu, technically Isshin-ryu. I don't necessarily agree that I have a black belt, understand. I mean, I get the principles and I know some kata, but the Goju school was it was very much tied in. And then Shotokan technically again, but I don't train it. He is not Jujutsu Kaisen. It was created in World War II during the Okinawan invasion. Damn. That's cool. Oops. Okay, this is gonna... I'll bring the board out when we get people. We'll surprise them that they were not the original Andrew Tate referencers. Okay, so... Toronoguchi, 1, 2, 3, press. That's right. Press. Kansetsugeri, strike the knee. Stomp it down. Bring it up. Aye. That's 1, 2, hook. So you land, pop. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm going to turn again. God, this is a good mental exercise. Okay. Usually you're here, turn. Kansetsugeri again. 1, 2. Front kick. Mawashuke. Seisan. It's shuri. No, I've heard the name before, but it's, I know that one's like much older and rarer. Make best trick. You good with it? So gay, really? How gay is it? Tell me. I don't really know what my coolest technique is. We'd have to ask one of the regulars. I can kick pretty high, you know. I can do some fancy kicks. I'm not looking to exert myself. Okay, it's technically a rest day. Okay. But, you know, it kind of depends, right? Like, I have pretty fast hands, and I can kick to the head pretty easily. Bob's hands get in the way. Like, this is no problem for me, right? I can go front ways here. I can kick side to the throat, back. You know, there's hook kicks, which everyone wants the hook kick to the head. I get it. It's flashy. However, the hook kick to here is super effective. It's much faster. You don't have to pitch so far, right? And people expect the head kick when you turn. So they go like this. They're not thinking here. So then you just pop right here. I'm a green belt in it. Hell yeah. I was a green belt for 15 years. So it's I think, my favorite. His best trick, Shonen says, is a front flip dragon kick of death. That's true. But if I showed it to you, I would have to use it on you. That's funny, but I can't show that. It's a little too much, you know? How old are you? I'm 37. I always tell people, and then I forget to ask them first. How old do I look? Make dragon kick. Make dragon kick. There's the Brazilian kick, which is where you essentially, it's like a question mark kick, but instead of going up, you bring it down like that. I can't do that high with my back issues, though, unfortunately. I used to be able to kick up here, but then if you know, you know. And if you don't know, watch my videos, okay? But honestly, the fancy stuff isn't even the coolest stuff I can do. The coolest stuff I do is like sneaky. So it's like, we're fighting here, and I keep a hand low so that I can pop this up, grab it, pull, like if they have a sleeve here, you know, whatever. So little tricks like that. Or like, you know, you do this, and then they do that, and then you boom, boom, right? So it's like, it's more principles that are tricky, right? So instead of doing these head kicks where you come around, you come around here, why not just split the difference between a front kick and a roundhouse, right? So I get the hip involved, but I don't turn it all the way over, and that lets me liver kick as if I'm doing a groin kick, which is super strong. It's super effective, right? So I'll do that stuff where I'll just be sitting here and then pop liver shot immediately, and then I'm following up, you know. Do you know any types of kobudo? Yes. I was playing with the chucks earlier, but I am traditionally trained, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right? And then over the head, I don't want to smash anything. 3, palm. You know, this sequence. Again, my footwork's suffering because I'm trying to stay tight. These are probably my favorite. We got tonfa, okay? All right. One, two, three. Yeah. Okay. Hamahiga. I love the tonfa. They're probably my second favorite. Nunchucks are like a core memory to me, you know. The Green Power Ranger taught me how to use them. They were, you know, my favorite Ninja Turtle weapon. So, you know, a lot of that is like heavily influencing my decision. But we got Sai. Again, Ninja Turtle weapon. These ones are flashy and cool. It feels really dope to like deploy and return them, you know, especially the feels dope. I don't like it. Again, apologies to everyone that's been in like every one of my streams because I do this over and over, but it's like this metal rod is thin. So like I'm getting hit, I'm smashing a metal rod into my arm. So it just kind of sucks no matter what. But looks cool. It's also kind of hard to punch with these. Like one of the attacks is a straight on strike. But because your hand has to be in this like gun position, it's like not super reinforced, you know? What's the easiest trick? The easiest trick is making a fist. I do bow and truncheon. Damn! That is like some medieval shit right there. I won grand champion with bow. God, what is the name? I'm so bad with names. Fuck. It's been years since I competed. Anyway, it's like here. Right, and you don't normally back up. I'm doing that for spacing. Then you do a bunch of these to the back where you just... That's why I don't practice the bow very often. Here. Right? Then you come up here, and again, we don't hit the overhead light. But you know what I'm talking about. Sai, Tonfas, Nunchaku, rope dart, that's true. Surochin is what the karate folk would call it. Oh, I don't know if I've done these on stream before, Shonen. I've talked about it. These are my least favorite Kobudo weapons. Weapons. This is the Kama sickle, right? So this edge is bladed, this is not, which means all of your strike, you have to go like beyond your opponent or like into them to use that edge effectively, right? Or, you know, it's something like this. Every person I know that competes, and I don't know a ton of people that compete with Kama, but every one that I personally have met has fucked up their forearms because all of the techniques like follow karate principles, which is like sliding these between, and you just eventually you do it fast enough, catch yourself. I'm not a big fan of blades, but there's these moves where it's like into space in the collarbones. Gah! Right? Or like you come up through the groin, just demolishing. And then there's this technique at the very end where you like slam down, right? Then turn it. So it's like, boom, sever it. And then you do some, and they have like these kind of techniques where it's like you're sort of doing the sai or the tonfa arms, But again, it's like I don't want to accidentally, You showing off or teaching? Well, what do you want to learn? I have not seen you put out the bow step. Oh, interesting. And Shonen's been here every time. So cute, hairy baby. Yeah. Yeah, what do you want to learn, John? Johnny? My Johnny. Can't sing any more of that song, but it's a good one. And yeah, we have the suruch. I'll bring out the suruchin. It's Bob's least favorite. Where is it? Okay. You were not the first, but I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. Okay. All right. So it's going to be hard to show because I don't have a ton of room, but I'm going to hit Bob with this. Right. This is rubber, but I could still fuck somebody up with this thing. Only one Andrew Tate joke. That's right. Water, you're so awesome. I'll water your hairs so they grow longer. Wow, I am growing the beard out. So, I got to, start looking a little different from Andrew Tate to cut down on these mentions. Oops. Okay. There we go. See? Nice and easy. Whoop. Now, I'm no instructor Bensei. Okay. Oops. I can't do the fancy shit where you choke yourself. I can't do the like elbow casting where you like wrap it here and then shoot it forward. I'm working on it. But there's too many things to practice, And I'm more into the, I'm more into the open hand techniques. Or not open, but empty hand. Kobudo is for fun for me. And it's just another thing to compete in, I've competed in everything, sparring, kata, weapons. God damn it. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm getting frustrated. Okay, here we go. Key is you got to kick like you're kicking to the thing you want to hit. So if I want to shoot this at his face, I got to kind of kick up. Up. Yeah, see? You get it. I got to go. Bye. Bye, Milan. Is it easy for you to maintain 150 pounds? Sassy Saturday. Hello, goblins. Welcome. I need like nunchuck, And then you get them going like this way, right? You get the vibe. And also, because my style is from Okinawa, there was a ban on blades, right? But the samurai, and there's still, I know, how to use an eku? That is rare. That is how I know you're old school. Benjamin. That's legit. I only know a couple people that do ore, and they're just the old school guys that really want to be like, I'm doing it like the way they did it. So massive respect for that. Ninja assassin vibes. I play a lot of blade and sorcery, and I've been like, instead of throwing knives like this, I've just been kind of like pocket sanding them. Works a lot better for me, so, Maybe I'd be a quick draw ninja. Message is held for review. I'm gonna hide. That's a little. You got to come up with original stuff. I loved Andrew Tate. Here we go. Here we go. You are contestant number 2 to mention Andy Tate. The worst excuse for a man that walks the earth. And you can tell him I said that. Why don't you run and tell him that, okay? What arts do you practice? Like what I practice currently is sort of my own blend of striking. So it's karate based, you know, but I fight like a kickboxer mostly. So I've done everything from like karate, I've done kickboxing, Muay Thai, I've done some grappling, some BJJ. Bob has my white belt. Krav Maga, capoeira, okay? Na, 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 na. You made the list. You're a very creative, intricate thinker. Your level of humor is unmatched and original. This is to Sabian, not to me. Your level of humor is unmatched and original. Please continue to make us laugh with your unique mind. Okay, well that's interesting, but I think I'm going to hide that one too. He's been reported. I've done Muay Thai. Muay Thai, the style of kicking is super hard on my knees. I was a professional dancer for many years. I've done powerlifting, bodybuilding, karate, like all of this stuff. So my knees have been like, they're like string cheese, you know? Another reason why I don't really roll anymore, because I do not want to get leg locked and get my shit snapped. So, see how you throw a punch? Okay. Well, here's how I do it, right? Everyone's going to say you do blah, 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 right? Here's how I do it. I mostly vertical, a slight rotation, so I'm at about like a 30-ish angle, right? So, hip, right there, bam, right, bam, 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 bam. See, you don't see a lot of karate guys like throwing lead hooks and stuff, unless they're, you know, Kyokushin. I can't do the stupid exercise they do. Ryan Garcia. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. How many people's feet have you broken with your elbow? I think like maybe 4. 3 or 4. Hey, but you're watching the video, Shonen. I appreciate that. Yeah, we get it. You like the chest hair, okay? And honestly, that's like the least of my gifts, okay? So you're kind of hanging your hat on the first thing you see. Why would you think that, One Lab? I'm trying to blend my professional dance training with my martial arts. Historically, I've been way too tense, and all of the tension has like ripped my connective tissues, you know? But I'm trying to get it, you know, because in dance, you develop the leg, and it's not like, it's easy, it's light, it's like anatomically correct, right? A lot of people will like crunch and like cheat. It's not cheating, but Are you a real black belt? Yes. Not only am I a real one, I'm a real 2, real 3. You like it? One here, one here. Cover the nips maybe. But yes, it is real. You bought it from Walmart? You can get Arawaza brand, the premier brand of the World Karate Federation at Walmart. You probably got a better deal than my sensei that gave me this. So, you know, I'm trying to throw kicks instead of like these big leaning back, you know, like huge things because I have back issues. I just want to go straight in. You see how like I didn't show that, hey, guess what I'm going to do, right? It's just up. It's just up here and it's down, right here. Make it easy. This is very difficult. It took many, many years to develop the muscles and coordination to throw effortlessly, right? You understand? What do you want me to teach you? Someone... Do I believe you can? For you did it. The other humans were fine. Sir, are you from another planet attempting to masquerade as a human? What are you talking about? It's probably a language thing. The other humans were fine. Other humans. What makes you think I am a human? Right? See this? I'm kicking with the shin. But it's so easy. It's just unfurling it, right? Right, Jake? Do you feel me, brother? What style you practice? My core style is Goju-ryu karate. But what my fighting style looks like, this is sort of the stance I take, right? I have one hand kind of low, so it's not Philly shell. It's not, you know, it's not hands down. I'm at like 30-degree angle. I sort of live in the in-between spaces here. So for me, my lead hand, I throw the harder shots with, because twisting, it takes longer, it's harder on my back, it's more, you know. Here I'm already halfway ready, halfway rotated. So this is my sort of probing hand, right? A lot of people, they probe, and so Bob knows I can touch him and he can touch me. But if I have it here where I'm reaching him this way, right, it's deceptive. If I can touch his hand with my back, I can hit his head with my front. So you kind of give them the illusion that you're like this far away, but they're not really paying attention, and then you, boom. Many streams, and Bob is still a white belt because Bob refuses to practice. He only receives techniques. Although I'm only 13 years old, I beat adults, but I don't have the opportunity to go to sports. You mean to compete? Yeah, and that's something I learned too. Like, everyone thinks like, oh, you need to be X age or whatever, but it's like, no, as soon as you have enough mass, I've had 15-year-olds that are like, you know, really skinny guys, but they're fast, athletic, and they have skeletons just like everyone else. And that's the part that hurts you, is the skeleton, right? And everyone has one. So even the like twiggy little, you know, like skin and bones, they can still hurt you. They just mostly fight each other instead of adults. My dojo uses, from Benjamin, my dojo uses the steps in the book by Grandmaster Tiras for our kata. So we are pretty old school. Yeah, it sounds like it. Bullshido. Wow. You know, I've never heard that one before. I'm personally, Gordon, I'm terrified. Please don't come take my black belt away from me. Please don't. Try tangling them with your chest rug. Works every time. Is that what we want to see, YouTube? That goes against everything else. Even time. You're a nice chap, Bob. Don't worry. Leading with the stronger arm. What are you doing, bro? Well, I'm doing what Bruce Lee did. Many other people do. I have a partially torn ligament in my spine. I have bone spurs on my vertebrae. I have scoliosis. So, but that's you're losing max power. I don't need my max power. It takes surprisingly little force, if you know how to fight, to ring someone's bell. I don't need it, and it's better for me. So, but that's because everyone has their own style, right? Even if we go to the same school, I might be, you know, more muscular than you. That might be a thing, right? Or you might be taller than me. So, everyone's different. I'm very proud of you for using your rear hand as your power hand, just like everyone else. Okay? I'm just a little different. Okay, let's see. Give me one black belt. I give you one black belt, I receive how many emeralds? Dude, you should have been Nicolas Cage instead. There we are. There it is. As is tradition. Andrew Tate is always first. Nick Cage is always second. I look like Nick Cage. I like that a lot better than Andrew Tate, so thank you. All right, anyone else? How did you get a black belt? Many years of long training. Several of the styles I practice are old school. So I had to do 100-man. So I had to fight like 100 rounds, essentially. I did the Sunshin, where they like hit you while you're doing kata, right? They kick you in the groin, right? So you have to have a good stance to like literally block groin kicks with just your legs while you're, that's how I got it. I'm gonna try boxing on Monday, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It is great. It is the perfect martial art for the general population. Not a ton of moves. You know, in karate, we give you 150 techniques, and then you're overwhelmed until you catch up like 2 years later. In boxing, you do it for 6 months, you go regularly, you can be pretty decent. So I wish you well. Benjamin. Our Bob has a hole in the neck from when somebody stabbed him with a sai. Damn, I've thought about it, but I'm like, I'll be nice. I have a question. Technique, better or stronger? I'm not sure what you mean. Are you saying which is better, technique or strength? Hapkido. Oh, I'm familiar with Hapkido. Are you a practitioner? Andrew probably doesn't care. Andrew Tate cares about his reputation because he keeps repeating, I don't care. You know who doesn't care? People that don't talk about it, right? If you have to convince everyone that you don't care at the top of your lungs, you seem like you care, right? Your blood pressure seems to care. I'd love to spar with Chad. That'd be awesome. Much respect. Subscribed. I'm forever yours. Damn. Os. Domonagatsamashita. Thank you. I'm flattered. How do you do a kick in the air? Hello, everyone. That's crazy. How do you deal with being bald? I kind of discovered on accident that I was bald. Well, first of all, I started noticing like I'd get a little tiny sunburn back here, and it's like, what? But when I take a camera, it didn't look. So anyway, I got dared to shave my head at work. They're like, I bet you won't shave your head. And I was like, I bet you won't fuck yourself tomorrow when I come in with a shaved head. So I did. And then when it grew back in, this part didn't really. And I was like, well, plus, once you shave the head, it is very much like in Avatar, where the air, like I can feel air, like when someone shuts a door and the air moves, I can feel it on my head. It is crazy. Okay, and as a dancer, right, you do a lot of rolling on the floor, so it's like, your head's very sensitive. If you've never shaved your head and you don't care about your hair, I'd recommend everyone try it at least once in their life. You are Tate from Temu. How do you do a kick in the air? I'll address this real quick. So you set up for it, right? So usually it's the jumping leg that's the kicking one. So first you drive the knee up as high as you can, and then as soon as you leave the ground, you try and switch them, right? It's super hard to just jump and kick. But when you get the scissor motion, it's very much like running. So it's like, right, I get a lot of that height from this, and then the speed of the kick is switching the legs. Does that make sense? Bro, don't say you're a black belt. Don't say it. Why? Because the truth hurts. White stallion. You're Tate from Temu. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. We have Tate reference, number 3 for the stream. Okay, these are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up. Subscribe. Subscribe. Thank you, Gordon. I appreciate that. I train with what? I don't know what that word is. I train with Dominic Cruz, who I met through Mike East. Oh, Dominic Cruz. I checked out his footwork course. I mean, it's super smart. Like, he developed a style of footwork, and it's like one of his biggest weapons. And it looks a little goofy, but a lot of goofy fighters win. I'm bald too, but I hate it, to be honest. Yeah, not everyone. My head shape, if it makes you feel better, is very strange. Like, it looks like I have a headphone divot. I don't. In fact, I rest the headphone part up here, if anything. So then there's this occipital, whatever, crest in the back. I got this cereal bowl here. Honestly, man, if you embrace it, nobody gives a shit. Like, people will make bald jokes, and I laugh at them, and that's the end of it. Or I'll make bald jokes, and people are like, relax, you know, and they think I'm doing it as like an insecurity thing, and it's like, no, I don't give a shit. I had pretty decent hair back in the day, but, you know, the beard bald combo, you know, it works for me better than hair and clean shaven, definitely. Then I look like Tate's brother. But that's dope that you train with Dominic Cruz. What a rare and special opportunity. Let's see those hand movements again. Can I be a professional fighter in my home? No. To be a professional, you need to be paid to compete. So, well, I mean, if you do like a street beefs thing, and you do it for profit, maybe. Can you show us a karate kick, please? Flying knee. Yeah, see, the flying knee I think is better with the chicken kick, which is the 1-2. I've seen people do it where they just switch midair. It does not feel as powerful to me. And it also feels like late, if that makes any sense. We want to see you using nunchucks again, please. Okay, karate kick and nunchucks. Okay, so I'll show you a couple, right? My favorite is probably the front kick to the face from the front leg. Boom. Nobody expects it, right? You keep them busy up here, and then you just like whoop underneath. It's crazy. People like they've gotten my toes in it. It's very gross. So there's like mawashi geri, right? There's yoko geri, uramawashi hook, right? The spinning variants. So I like to throw roundhouses up like this. I don't like to overcommit anymore. I used to do that as a young man. I would fight super dramatic, super long lunging. I've learned in my age, it's so unnecessary. It's like me going like this versus this. That's actually a pretty good analogy. Is this Shotokan? No, Shotokan would be, right, and this is up inside your armpit. I'm not a fan of Shotokan. Technically, I'm certified in it, but I refuse to I mean, like if you were a Shotokan practitioner and you were doing like a Kata tournament or something, I could help you with your Kata. But I don't do Shotokan classes. I've taken them. Rick Houghton is my favorite Shotokan sensei that I've ever met. Done several private online lessons, private lessons. Maybe you should do nunchucks. I should, huh? Okay, so let's see what we've got. You've got the backwards spin, forwards, right? You've got the figure eights, right? That's forward, backward the other way. Then you've got the rollover move. And again, sorry to everyone who's been here forever, but this is the Anakin lightsaber spin. Okay? It's just like over dramatized. All right? My favorite attack is when you I'm so bad with my left. I need to practice my left. When you pinch it here, you can generate a bunch of tension and then bam, shoot it forward. And it's pretty accurate. So in college, I would have my buddies flick bottle caps at me and I'd try and like deflect them. Very fun, dangerous. Yudansha. Let me see a Goju Shiho Dai Sho Kata. I don't know that one. You are maybe a little deeper than I am. There's stuff you are missing. I watched the Lomachenko versus Haney fight with him, so I got a lot. Oh, yeah? What are your tips? Cheers from Brazil. Hell yeah, Gordon. I've been to Sao Paulo and Fortaleza. Beautiful. Beautiful. The scenery's good too. The people are gorgeous there. It's crazy. I got the worst sunburn of my life in Brazil. The real money is I trained Tai Chi. With who? Look up Marin Spivak for Tai Chi. I'll write it down. This is huge. I don't think you understand. It's 99% me giving stuff this way. So when I get something new, it's big. Thank you. I've been wanting to take a Wing Chun class, but they're all full in my area. I think there's a lot of the like rolling and like, the like the non-striking techniques, there's a lot of potential there. Where do you live? I'm in the U.S. in PST time zone. How is your professor? My professor. Nice kick, no telegraphing. Thank you. Bullshito. Oh, fuck. You found out that I'm a fake. Oh, my God. What am I going to fucking do? Is that what you wanted? Or I don't know if I can get tears that quick. I got to kind of work myself up for that. So keep bullying me and we'll get there. I train with Mark Too Sharp Johnson, who's a 2-time world champ. Damn. Where are you located, dog? How do you just get these people? The best I can show you is Dominic Cruz Footwork and Tai Chi. That'd be an interesting, But Dominic Cruz, his footwork gives him a lot of momentum, right? Instead of like explosively pushing, he kind of like falls into it and he does like, and this is a big thing in my own personal style too. It's like you use gravity, right? When you drop and you only have the back leg supporting, you go forward, right? So I don't need to, I just fall. Please correct me if I'm wrong. You're the one that trains under it. Brain Dead Diver. I mastered the Anakin lightsaber backspin when I was 16 and in my parents' backyard. You have to let go of it on the backspin and then catch it. Really? Let go and catch, like back here, let go and catch it again to then roll into this. Is that what you're saying? That's crazy. Yeah, I am very white, if it was not apparent. Fortaleza is dope, but also Sao Paulo's a concrete jungle. Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely cool, but then you get like deep into it and it feels like it's like alleys, and then it's just like, an open air. So, yeah, you can tell that it's not, I mean, most cities are not built for the populations that they house. And especially in Brazil, it's so beautiful. It's like, don't expand any further into nature. It's do you know how many cures for diseases are just in Brazil, just sitting in the jungle, and no one knows they exist? So we just cut it all down. It pisses me off. I'm sorry. From Dominic Cruz, the big piece they're missing is using feet as a fake. Interesting. Because most of the time, I mean, I don't fight professional UFC fighters, right? So a lot of people do not watch footwork, right? They're very focused up here, as you probably know. I can tell by the way you move you were legit, but just zesty. Well, thank you. I just learned what zesty means. You're incorrect, but I like the spirit of it. Your ear has to search behind their elbow. Damn, that's like slipping in. You know what I mean? Anakin developed that backspin technique after Dooku took his hand as a direct counter. Interesting. I've seen a lot of discourse online about like, someone is like someone's holding your lightsaber, and it's like, bzz, or the like, turn it off, turn it on kind of shit. Okay, brief tangent. When they say like, I think it's like Kata, where it's like you turn it on and then you like turn it off. So it's like, shoop, shoop, like that. Oh, it's the Jedi can't use it because it's dishonorable, and the Sith don't use it because it's a cheap shot. Are you fucking kidding me? The evil guys not going to use the cheap shot? Fuck you. They just didn't think of it back then. That's the answer. I'm sorry. I used to be very into Star Wars, and I'm not happy with the direction it took it into. Your head goes where they can't hit you. That's a good point. Because how do you hit someone that's here? Like... I like this. Kwang. I don't know how to say your name. But when they try to cut you off, you go behind the other elbow. That's like, so you're talking like here, or I guess like here. I can't really do hard looping overhands. It like messes up my neck. Lead with right foot. Are you talking going this way? Or are you talking like here? I know like I'm reversed, which means I'm correct for you guys. So like here, bring the dummy. If you're going in that direction, I see, lead with the right foot. Huh, interesting. So if I'm going left, lead with the right this way? Younglings should get good. That's true. That's true, and you know, if Yoda didn't talk so much about, you know, searching your feelings, you know, why don't you search for the 9? No. I'm sorry. Change to southpaw. Okay. Okay, southpaw. Lead with the right foot behind the elbow. I'm sorry, I've tried this before, and I've tried describing stuff, and it's so hard when you can't like use your hands or show, you know. Andrew Tate, Romanian Prison Self-Defense Guide. Interesting. Well, I'm going to guide you to the chart of who I look like. You are the 4th person in today's stream to call me Andrew Tate. I don't think we've gotten 5 before, but not since I've been tracking. I am keeping a master total of this too. So over time, we'll see, we'll aggregate the data, right? Oop. Change to southpaw, then readjust into orthodox. So step with your right foot into southpaw. So here. Seems awkward. I know I'm misunderstanding it. So that's not good for you, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I've had this happen before where people describe stuff and it's like, I've done this too, where I've seen a martial artist and I'm like, try doubling up on the lead hand, and they can't understand that you don't go back. You know, I've had this discussion, so I'm sorry. Don't even take the second step with the left foot. Okay, so just here. Behind the elbow, like that. Takedown kind of deal. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to understand. I do. I want to understand. Come here, Bob. I need to do a little stretching. Is this a good shot here? I don't put my hand up this far back, because if they can hit me from this far, I've fucked up, or you know, they're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You took a step with the left foot. Ooh. Here's the thing about that one. Steps are relative. Do you know where I could maybe watch this? I'm not good with directions told to me. I'm good at like replicating what I see. I'm like a feelings and vision guy more than a like craft-tastic. What does that mean? It'd be the same as stepping off angle in orthodox, but you do it with the right foot. I am not understanding. It's just a it's just a step. So I just step here, adjust. Or are you saying like step and like readjust this way? It's just a step. I feel like I'm getting farther and farther away from. There's this move in Shisochin that looks a lot like Wing Chun. I wonder if we stole it, you know? It's like this. And then, here. I don't have my snappy gi on. It sounds a lot better. Here. I went way too open with that. Cross. Oh, it's only one. Front kick, elbow, because then we switch. 1, 2, hooking, 2, front kick, elbow, and then sort of the most dominant cruise thing you're going to see in karate probably is here. So you do like this switching here. Did I do that wrong? Gay Mr. Miyagi. I'll take it. There is no southpaw or orthodox. It's relative. I agree. Yeah, I'm not, you tried that one earlier. I'm not going to show the second time. Yeah, so it's like, I always talk about things in terms of, instead of left and right, it's lead and rear. Because a lot of my combinations will have like, you know, switching. So when you constantly switch, it becomes very confusing to say left and right. If you do it lead and rear, you're always oriented, you always will fire with the correct hand. And you can reverse everything, right? So it's just like lead, rear, lead, lead, rear, lead. It's the same thing. It helps get past the like, you know, other side confusion. Technique 6-7. Bro, do that. Just step with your right foot. When you step into southpaw, just in your mind, make your left lead again. In your mind, like that, like. When you step into southpaw, just in your mind, make your left lead again. In your mind. Yes. Oh. 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 Thank you. Christ, we got there, sort of. I'm sure you could do it better if you could just show me. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck. Let's see. I've been working on this concept, right? And it's like, instead of like pushing, right, and bursting that way, I'm trying to use gravity, right? So it's like I let go of the hip that's driving this leg forward, let it fall, and let that drag my leg kind of like through center and in here. So I'm like kind of over rotate a little bit in the hip, and that lets me like kind of, it feels a little bit like salsa dancing. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? No, don't take a step of the line. I fucked it up. Christina says, "What is that? Is that fuck this? Is that, I don't know what that kanji is. Just step into southpaw. Imagine your opponent is to your left. Oh, thus your left is, okay, I see. So here. I love doing that. Switch, and it's like, once you get past the like, oh, I'm an orthodox, I'm a southpaw, I identify with only this one side. Once you get past that, you unlock, it's just angles, right? Like this is appropriate for some things, this is appropriate for some things. And like here, you should be able to move through and switch sides whenever, you know, because again, like if we're talking self-defense even, it's like you might not want to go here and then, right? That is long and laborious and you are going to get swept, right? But if you can just turn, I can tell you know your shit. I need to actually learn Tai Chi, seriously. Yeah, I've tried it, and I'm a karateka, I've been a bodybuilder, power lifter, all these things, right? I tried it, and I'm like, oh, it'll be easy, because it's like for old people, right? Wrong, okay? Because you take these steps, and it's like, you don't just walk. You make sure your weight is completely transferred, and then you place, roll through. It's essentially like, it's like saying, oh, you only do one push-up, but the push-up looks like this, which is actually how I do my push-ups. Oh, it's only one. It's only one. You can do one push-up, right? And I'm not touching my belt's touching the ground, but I'm hovering. I'll do like 10, 15 second isometrics in the deep position. I do this for dips too. God, yesterday was arms. Oh. One. Okay, that's one rep. And now my head has changed colors. Yeah, I'll definitely look up that Marin character. Because again, on my rest days, I can't I'm too old and broken to be doing like constant, you know, question mark kicks and stuff. So I need that like moving meditation practice. You know, I mean, I do that in my kata, but even in karate, you know, it's like, these are still like ka-thunk, like heavy moments, right? Where there's like a ka-kunk. So I use a lot of sound effects in my teaching. If you know they're cutting you off, and step with the left. I see. Oh, is that what you're talking about? So it's like step, turn, and they're trying to, you know, like that. Step with left leg to other armpit. So step in here. We don't push off one leg to get to the other. The Tai Chi I know is deadly. Yeah, you don't got to convince me. I mean, I hope the rest of chat checks it out too, but I will definitely be looking that up like today. He has online Zoom classes. Ooh, shit. How spendy are they? I'm just curious. I mean, I've paid a lot of different amounts. I've found really good, like, honestly, in my opinion, the super high price stuff is not the best stuff. Most of the best people they don't want to like strip you of your money. They want to do it like me. They want to do it because they're passionate and they want you to grow, right? So a lot of times I've paid very little for the best instruction. Yes, 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 yes. Hai, wakarimasu. Thank you. That's cool. Just understand that when you stop and change up to southpaw, you can potentially go into orthodox again. Totally. And that's where I want to live, you know? Like, I don't have a deep stance. Like, a lot of karate fighters fight, you know, kind of belated. They do this. I can't commit to every angle, right? I can only really commit to these. So being narrower allows me to, I can go this way, I can go this way, I can go forward, back, 45. It just makes sense. I carry you, dude. Oh, thank you. My back hurts from carrying you. Hey, you and me both. I got to make a video on the back here stuff. I use an inversion table, which is like flips you upside down. I do a lot of dead hangs too. But I appreciate you carrying the burden. I mean, no one understands back pain better than me, so. I've used switch steps to lead into ashibarais, foot sweeps, a lot. So like, I'll like use that leg to kind of fall off of, and then drag it, right? So I'm like, someone's right in front of me, right? They have the opposite stance here. It's like you fall into it and then drag that foot up. I'm friends with Mike Easton, Mark Too Sharp Johnson, Dominic Cruz. I mean, that's probably the coolest thing. Like, that's probably cooler than the fact that I knew the Green Power Ranger video on the channel. But I was 10 years old, right? So I couldn't connect with him on the same level that I could have as an adult. If I was an adult, you know, I'd encourage him to get some help. Tai Chi strengthened that leg. Interesting. I mean, again, it's super underrated. Everyone thinks Tai Chi's easy, but it's like, how long have you stayed on one leg and moved as slow as possible? You know, it is really, really hard. So people that do Tai Chi regularly, their balance is going to be insane, which is good. That's what you need when you're older, so you don't fall. Oh. Do you see, chat? You understand? Look at the sweep again. So if they're in the opposite stance, right, here, I use this to get forward. Again, so like I'm slipping, but I'm getting closer to their front leg. And then as I fucked that up. I did a little shuffle step. But as you come through, you can get behind their lead leg here and pull it kind of this way. So I can show you Tai Chi. Oh. Bruce Lee, that. I like that. That is funny. That is funny. It's going on the board. I doubt we'll get it a second time, but I appreciate it. Bruce Lee. 1. Tied with Nicolas Cage. We have 4 for Andrew Tate and 1 for these 2 gentlemen here. Well, I am Bruce Flea, so that's me. Right? Knee has to go over the toe. Oh, I think it's reversed. So you're saying knee has to go this way, like that? The right leg. Oh, are you saying it's not like this, but like this, right? Not here, but that? But you have to sit on the heel. So toe in line with knee, sit on the heel. Like that? Sit on the heel. It's a little hand fighting. See, I keep this hand here. I saw this judo short where this guy did a jumping entry where he jumped and threw that leg back. It's crazy as hell. It's like from way back here, he jumps in, throws the leg into whatever, supporting leg only. Man, you should do some workshops. You should. I mean, do you teach, or are you just a student? And I don't mean just a student, right? So your knee wants to go over your toe, but when you do this, you'll have a tendency to put weight on the toe. Oh, I see. So not here, but send the weight really far back to plant here, right? So you hit down like that. Boom. I am Maren Spivak, student. Pretty cool. I mean, you seem to have some advanced knowledge, so it's working. A lot of my strikes, I don't even like pulling them because I just turn it like, it's like strike, pull, you know. Boom! Take them back. There's an interesting takedown in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu where you just kind of put your one leg behind their heel and pull them down like this. That is opposites. Yin and yang. Sit like you would sitting on a chair. It's a little horse stance. My record is like 30 minutes, but yes, good, yes. Oh. Oh, getting gassy. It means I need to eat lunch. I'm trying to develop like a Shorin Ryu, like, I'm already a big proponent of like the wave. You know, I mean, I have the sharp, non-committal jabs, but I'm really trying to get into like using the stretch of the body to like do it, right? So like, I don't want to thrust necessarily. I want to throw my hip like I'm, and then just because of the passive tension, it sends it forward, right? So that can be effortless. And I can have it disconnected from, like, I don't have to like brace through my whole body. I can just kind of send it as a missile, right? It's not as powerful, but it's a little delayed. So a lot of times when people see this, they react first, and then there's like a beat. Pay attention to the crease in your crotch area. You want to twist your hip, not throw. I have to isolate to the hip itself. I can't really twist up here very much. I have some limitations. When it opens and when it closes. Yeah, I have a whole video on this. I mean, you already understand, so you don't need to watch it. But it's like folding at the joints, right? Yeah, so instead of thinking like round or any of these, it's literally just like put a piece of paper here, pinch it, right? Like pinch the belt in the crease, open the crease, close. Fold open, fold closed, in, out. I mean, that's all of martial arts. Already? Oh, damn. Well, thank you. Yeah. So that's exactly how I think of it. It's like, this is a gate, right? That I open and engage from behind, drive forward, or fall into it, engage from the back. So it's really like which butt cheek is like turned on, you know? Like for lead shots, it's the lead, and for the rear, this one lets go, kind of like that. You know this. Oh, thank you. It's a hard sell because people want they want an like they see Baki and it's like, oh, he turned all of his bones into a whip. And so he like twists everything. And it's like, not really, you know? It's like, a lot of it's simpler than we want it to be, right? We want it to be like this complicated 5-fingered heart, fall into it, but absorb all the impact the way I described. Fall into it. Oh, I think I know. So you're talking about with knee over the toe. So, like that. I don't know if you can see because of chat. Sitting on the hip. Yeah, and that's like all of this. This is doing nothing, right? It's all here. So it feels like a leg workout. You know? Yes. Os. You got a lot of wisdom. I appreciate it. You know, I love when people from other styles, you know, demonstrate that really it's the same principles, right? I mean, we have different ways of executing technique, but physics, body mechanics, it all just kind of works the same way, right? So the amount of overlap, if people understood, is crazy. But people like the style wars, you know, which is better, karate or taekwondo? It makes for a better, you know, flashier headline for the ignorant people that don't understand. Kung Fu will help you network butt muscles more. Have you work butt muscles more. That's awesome. Again, I want to take the classes because, again, there's like the Kung Fu that's like really, well, shit, like Bagua that's like super big, you know, but a lot of it is like very like within these, and that's the Goju, right? Like it's like in your frame here. Kung Fu is king. That's why I'm showing you. Well, Kung Fu came first. See, a bunch of Okinawan people saw these guys from China come over and they were like, holy shit, that Chinese hand, which is what they called it, right? Instead of empty hand, that's Sanshin. Yeah, oh yeah. We ripped off Kung Fu. You know, it's like, oh, we'll do this, you know, instead of, it's like, and that makes it ours. And so the Japanese emperor will not be pissed off when we say it came from China. That's really all it was. White crane form you're doing, exactly. And I think Nipai Po is another kata that I want to say is like this. Nipai Po is like, I'm kind of going quickly. Oops. Ua uke, sky block. But there's this portion at the end, or towards the end, where you here, draw up, out. We have this kake, hand here. We have we call this the tsuruashi, crane's foot, right? It's like a crane. Step down. Then we turn here. 1, 2, 3. Then we do this like thing to the back. God, I'm turning around now. One, 2, 3. Oh, that's right. It's like here. And then we turn. Sanshin, I mean, yeah, that's like the oldest kata in the book, you know? And here's another thing I do in Sanshin. I do the hips in Sanshin. So, you know, when we're doing this, you see everyone do it like this. That's horseshit. You draw, right? You draw, you engage this hip, you draw the bowstring, and then you release it here. And then I re-engage to here. Sanshin's dope. I just recorded a video doing Tensho. It's I don't know if you're familiar, but it's like like that. And see, and my hips go. Play with putting your knee directly over your toe, but sitting on your heel. So you're saying instead of like forward, the weight's kind of like back a little bit? Or is it just in the knee? Or are you kind of like pulling your weight back like that? See, when I do that, it feels like I'm loading up that hip, ready to bomb, you know? That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm coiled into that hip where I kind of sit down into it, ready to open up again. I love this conversation we're having. A lot of times in streams, I get distracted, and then like people like do nunchucks, and then, you know, I do nunchucks, but like my goal for the day was to work on like my practice, my like core principles. But, you know, so this is dope. Thank you for doing this. It's fun. I love talking shop. That's like my favorite thing. A lot of the stream is like convincing people I know what I'm doing. You could be, but sit and feel the muscles activate. Yeah, I'm really good at like, because of the bodybuilding history and the dance training, I'm pretty good at like, I can isolate the glute versus hamstring, right? I can like pull, that's hamstring, glute, hamstring, quad, like hip flexor, you can't see it. And bend the left knee. It feels like I'm like, I really want to learn the technique of the ghost walk. It's like this Russian dance style where they look like they're hovering. And it's essentially they do little bourrées, which in ballet is this. But they do it so quickly and they go so fast that it looks like they're... Feel the kung fu muscles strengthen. The yin or empty knee determines the level. Interesting. So you're saying yin is the female, the open, the receptive, right? Yang is the aggressive male, right? That's an interesting thought of like full or empty, right? Because that's how I've been thinking about it. It's like engaged or released, right? Not that I'm ever like floppy, but that's the thinking that I've been using. But I like that imagery of like, imagine a glass plate. Okay? We're imagining. Chat, are we imagining? Okay, glass plate. Very much trying to fold at the shoulders, elbows in. Everything gathers in the middle, opens up here. In the chest, out with the chest, in, out. That's what's happening. It's very fast, you don't see, but it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Kind of juke it away. Right, Bob? All right. Or one of my favorite ways to do it, instead of pushing the arm, you push yourself. So you just lift off your legs a little bit. So I don't have to like load up and push. I use him as and I just kind of lift my legs and push myself away. Just a little bit, right? Just whoop. I do 30%, Bob does 70%. So easy. And then you can come back in. The general. Get your ass in MMA and win cash if all you're doing is real. I've practiced many mixed martial arts. You're going to say, what about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? I'm a white belt, but, you know, that's the mixed part. Everyone sees the gi and the belt, and they lose their minds. That's not real. Okay, are you a prize fighter? Because I've trained MMA. BJJ, grappling, Muay Thai, Dutch kickboxing, Krav Maga. So, not that Krav Maga is always an indicator of any ability to fight. A lot of McDojos in the Krav Maga world. Well, just a lot of McDojos in the world. See, they see that the name Israeli Defense Force, and they're like, oh, that's hardcore. But a lot of them are just doing like, hammer fist, go 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. Here we go. I'm hamming it up a bit, but you understand. You understand me, chat. Oh, you do karate? Yeah, and I do hand fighting. I do elbows, okay? Knees. Bump. I don't throw these kicks, right? I have a very Dutch kickboxing. I mean, it's Muay Thai as well, but I don't pivot super hard. Again, hard on the knees. Okay, the general? So if getting cash for doing something is the only way to prove it, you know, I've been a professional in many other fields. So I've competed, just not for money. See here. That's the knee of the forehead. Okay? You go ahead and send your army, and I will pound. My right's my scoliosis side, so. On the note of pushing off, I do that with my legs too. Like if someone's really heavy and they don't, you know, they're not moving around, you can step here, push off. It'll like unseat them a bit, and it's kind of clowning on them, really. It's a clowning move, and then see you push one, come back with the roundhouse, for example. General, if you are so upset that I haven't gone pro, why don't you get me an agent and get me a deal, get a contract, right? If you can get me on tonight's card in UFC, I'll go, okay? And I'll prove to you, because it's very important to me that you believe me. He challenged me. It's kind of what you look like on the reverse side. Just teasing. We're all, it's Sassy Saturday. That's what it is, okay? No hate. Things are easy going in the dojo. Okay. Oh yeah, well, what would your MMA do if I have these? Oh, checkmate. Oh. See, I can, right? Not that I carry nunchucks anywhere. Pretty sure they're illegal. See, I moved that foot, which means I was not in a good position. Sometimes it's about getting the elbow in here so you can wrap underneath, right? And that's half of this weird stuff in karate is, right here. You'd know that if you paid attention in class, but you've been microdosing MMA behind your father and my back, and it's unacceptable. You are grounded. Grounded. Can you put your foot in my mouth like that? Not a request. I'm just a hypothetical, right? Like that. And I don't have to be warm. That's the other thing. Okay? I don't need to be warm. This is my bad side. So I like to do like a upward kind of digging front kick. So I'm not going out as much, although I do like those. I like to kick the hip bones, right? Everyone goes for this, but everyone's braced here. You hit this side and it like rotates them, or it like knocks them back. Punch them in the hip bones, boom, up kick to, and if I'm gonna throw a rear kick, that's usually where it's going. Because if I'm gonna hit hard, that's how I'm gonna do it, right? Up, up, at an angle. Kind of like that. How are we doing, chat? We still feeling sassy? I feel like the sass has really kind of simmered down. I'm worried. Because as advertised, it's Sassy Saturday. Okay? What is that profile picture of the general? It's the senior photo, right? Is that right? Are you smoldering, or are you kind of looking like hopeful into the... Gaze is important, okay? It tells us, right? If I'm a bodybuilder and I go like this, that's not dynamic, right? This is flat. When you look like you're looking out and you reach for it, it's different, right? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to teach you. You keep misbehaving, all right? And you know what we do with misbehaving? Okay. Oh! Ah! God! Real good pop, you know? Oh, I don't want to even do it again. So, I'm gonna General, why don't you get your ass into a dojo and challenge them for the keys? Because that's totally a thing that happens in real life. Down here, one of my favorite parts. Whoop. Here. Down and up. One. Some of the most awkward footwork I've done. Left is obviously worse. I think I did that backwards. Here, here, and then we go here. 1, 2, 3. Here, and then we turn to the front. 1, down. Ah! Not as bad as the nunchucks. That hurts a lot worse. Okay. It's just here. God, that's so fucking, like, I just got flashbanged by this. Trophies. Oh, thank you. I have trophies. My favorite is this guy. Okay, he's a little Hulk. Grand champion. No big deal. It's the only reason I competed in sparring, kata, and weapons in the same tournament. It's like 9 hours. It's worth it. And I know you can just buy trophies, but not the point. Okay? Not the point. What I really like but don't really understand, and maybe the MMA expert in the audience can help, is the thrusting knee. Like, not where it's like one continuous thing, but where they lift up, pause, and then they shoot it forward. I cannot figure out where the power comes from. They look painful, but I just don't really get, like, because from a standstill, it's kind of like doing a kick. The power that you can generate is hilarious compared to, actually throwing the leg. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it feels just like that, And I don't have a problem power humping through the air, but if that's the technique, you got to explain it to me. This doesn't feel good at all. When I can spring off the ground, that's when, I didn't even put anything into that. It's just, you need the down to go up. Like, I can kick Bob across the room, but if I start from here, God, I'm gassed. I need to eat. Everyone says I'm so light. I need to eat so I can bulk up to protect myself from all of the meanies in the comments. You understand? Oops. Don't smash the overhead lights. It's upside down, then we flip it. You understand? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it, Bob. See, look at this. Forward. Up. around. Oops. Other way. Right? Here's another pro tip, okay? Everyone blocks like this, okay? Without the chucks, does this look like a really defensive position to you? Do I seem protected? Because I'm not, okay? This should be like this, right? Again, it's very much like kickboxing guard. Everything's tucked in. My organs are double protected, elbows in front here. Again, I talked about this earlier, but it's like everyone wants everything to be bigger, more dramatic, more complex. The truth is way more boring. And I hate that, okay? I hate that for both of us. But that's just the way it is. See, and I can get these like delayed shots too. It's like it's loose and then I flick into the turn. So I can kind of like, whomp. It's hard to explain, but it's kind of like instead of going around, it like button hooks in, right? Instead of hooking like this, where you kind of snap it at the end, snap. And I do that too. I'll pop, pop. So even if I don't hit it hard, I kind of like that. Do you understand, chat? I worry that you don't understand, okay? I'm very worried. Okay, your father and I are worried. Comment in the chat which Ninja Turtle you believe I am, okay? I'm curious. I know what I think the answer is. But I know more than you. Okay. Meteor hammer, all right? It does have this little thing on the end, which is super cool, but it doesn't help me when I'm trying to like place my foot to kick the ball at the target. It like wraps around. It's distracting to me more than to the opponent, so it's just not worth it to me, you know? You know, when you're walking along the countryside and your meteor hammer is too distracting? You guys get it. You understand. Okay. Got that. Got a mountain of black belts here. Put my tonfa away. You know? What I would really like, if you could give this to me, chat, is like, I talked earlier about how I roundhouse kick on like a shallower angle, right? I don't turn all the way over because I don't fight bladed. I fight very much at like a 30 degree. So, you know, I fire up at these angles. I want that version, but like the side kick, because going into my back space here, very hard on my back. I'm old, okay? Powerlifting injury. So I want like a more, like not 100 degree, like 100% side, but like a little in, kind of like a, I don't know, the way you're not supposed to do side kicks, where you like, you know, I don't know where this came from. But it's that principle of like keeping it small and on small angles versus like opening up, you know? You know what I mean? Chat, you understand? All right, let's do a little balancing. You boys got to eat. But we're going to finish with some good old-fashioned balance training. Okay? When's the last time you stood on one leg? I see something in chat. I'm too far away. When the balance test is completed, then we will read the chat. You want to know the secret? Everyone thinks about the ankle, and then they go like this. It's core. If this is one solid piece, it's way easier to balance. Okay? All right. Shout out from Portland. Hey, we're in the same time zone. Time to burn. It's, well, in, like Idaho, it's time to burn, right? It's an hour ahead. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Other leg. For me, it helps. I mean, this is an old ballet trick, but you pick a spot to stare at and you lock your eyes on it, and it really helps. This is not only for like my hip flexor strength, but it changes the balance a little bit. So I'm like fighting for it a little bit. The power is not in standing perfectly still. The power is in adjusting. See, almost lost it. Adjust. I want to check the message, but I want to finish the balance test. Oh. See, I let my core go. There we are. Can you show us the dim mock? Buddy, I missed the opportunity to get the DVD set. I don't even know if it was DVDs at the time. I think it was because we had AOL discs to do dial-up. But I remember the ads, and I was like, I want to order it. I know, like, a lot of my Goju senseis, they'll do, like, the Ippon Ken, the, like, single knuckle. It only works if you train it, like, your whole life, and then your knuckles are all, like, you can't straighten your fingers anymore. Then they become weapons, but you can't get them back, right? I've seen people do these knuckle strikes. Represent the Tanaka clan. I don't know if that's from an anime. I know a Tanaka family. I don't represent that family. I have training from that family. Very good training, actually. Actually, it's one of the best senseis I've had. I want like a quick draw, you know, because not all kicks are like chambered to the max, you know. Sometimes you can get away with, I mean, Muay Thai is a very like, you know, I feel like it's a loose kind of leg. You know, they are not squeezed here. You know? How long did it take you to earn that black belt? In calendar time, 20 years, because I took breaks, right? So I started when I was like 10, did it for a little over a year. Then I did another year and a half, almost 2 years in my teenage years, like 15, 16. Then I became a dancer, I did a powerlifting, I did bodybuilding, and then I came back after Krav Maga, kickboxing, I did a bunch of other martial arts, came back in my 30s to eventually get the black belt, and then it took 3 additional years on top. So probably it took like 5 to 6 years of consolidated training time to get my first black belt, and I have a couple. No big deal, you know. I found, and I made a video on this, of course, but once you get past black belt, the amount of knowledge you're gaining is very minimal. Usually it's like some kata that they've been holding back for a while. There's never the dim mock exploding palm. There's never like a secret move that you haven't seen before. It's just like, oh, the triple black belt secret is that the crane strike is like this instead of this. And that's how you know it's like real. And it's like, oh, whatever. I'm back, ran out of battery. I'm in the same boat. Low G? What does that mean? Oh, welcome. Stream's almost over, but, if you got any technique questions, ask me. Or, really, you should ask Kwang... I don't know how to say that name. If you want to get underneath the desk, I'll give you a black belt. Wow, is that it? That goes for any of you. Wow, so gracious. That's very kind of you. Usually, people have to see me. You look like Andrew Tate. Okay, we did it. We did it. We broke 5. 5 Andrew Tate references in 2 hours. Not bad. Okay. Nick Cage, we got 1. Bruce Flea, honorable mention. Okay. They always talk crap. They do. I don't like that. Okay. I mean, I've gotten some weird ones. Jason Statham. Basically, all the bald people. Vin Diesel. I don't look at all like Vin Diesel, but people see the bald. It's like, you just look like every other bald white dude, which kind of, you have a point. You have a point there. Oops. Andrew Tate is badass. He is not. I might be. I would not say that about myself. That is for you to decide. Andrew Tate is not a badass. He moves so weird. Like, he moves like he has a motor issue. You know how, like, he walks, he fights, like, out here. Like, he's got that weird, like, a toddler. Like, it's so bizarre. His technique is awful. His technique is almost as bad as his personality. If you met me in real life, I'm like 125 pounds. I'm about 150. I've been 220. I've been 120. My dancing weight when I was dancing professionally was like 130, 135. But I was like lean, and I'm pretty lean, I do this in a lot of streams. I haven't done it today yet, okay? But I'm pretty lean as is, right? So I mean, I'm in better shape than Andrew Tate, and I remain in this shape at all times. I don't suck on cigars. And they ended up being terrified of me. Yeah, and people think muscles equal, like, destructive power. And that's kind of true, but again, we talked about this earlier. It's like everyone has a skeleton. It's the bones that hurt. It's the bones that cause brain damage, unless you choke someone, right? But still. No, basically they snitched. Oh, I see. Cowards, then. This message is held for review. You got to come up with better innuendo. It's basically like me putting 2 people twice my size in their place. Sometimes you got to. And that's the thing. A lot of people come in hot and they're like, you should try MMA, you should blah, 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 blah. These people have not taken a punch a lot of times. And if they have, you know, just because you do MMA, like, you can do boxing and do it bad, right? Just because it's boxing doesn't make you a badass. You actually have to be good at it, right? I can do rocket science. I'll fuck it up, but I can do it. Does that mean I'm smart? No. Well, it was fun, Mr. Tate. I am. What was it earlier? It was like Andrew Fake or something like that. Oh, thank you for stopping by. I'm good at MMA, but I also know Kung Fu. Well, and you know, they have different times and places and uses, and it's like sometimes I'm not trying to practice the most deadly, optimal, direct thing. You know, like I want options. I like trying new things to reveal principles that can be applied in other ways. You know, it's not just about like maximum damage, one shot KO. The people that are into that they haven't fought before. So I'm better than everyone at MMA already, but my main is Kung Fu. Right? Matrix? Tai Chi is the most deadly and optimal though. I am going to look up this dude. Marin Spivak. I'm going to look it up. All right? So I trust you, but I will research it. Oh, WTF, you're too skinny. If I sneeze, you'll fall, bro. You're right. It is past lunchtime. I do need to eat. I always go late on these streams because you guys entertain me hopefully as much as I entertain you. Hopefully. Watch now. We all watch together. I don't know how to do that. I'm super new to all of this. I don't know about the little hearts and stuff. Oh, Karate Man from Timu. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just a Timu little karate man. I couldn't possibly. Oops. I'm sorry, did you see that coming? I forgot to telegraph it and show my power. On your PC or phone, if you don't watch, there's going to be problems. You just told me you're better than everyone, and you practice the most deadly martial art. I mean, you got me with that. What? The wind is almost blowing you. Oh, you got me with that front kick. Boss, thank you. See, Mustafa? See, they all start out like that. They come out really hot. You don't know shit. I love to see you try that, blah, blah, blah. I'd take the black belt from you. And then after a little bit, they always come around. So whether you're here for the thirst trap angle, you know, you want entertainment, you want the surprise front kick or the knee to the face. Do you see this? You see this? You see that? Plastic. Pants tightened up. Mega ultra giga gay. I've never heard that level of gayness before. You're right about Andrew Tate. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like if you got to convince everyone you're the king, you're probably not the king. Okay? If you have to tell everyone that you know how to fight and you can beat them up, you haven't fought before. Okay? Because I've already proven myself 50 million times against people larger than me, more skilled, more black belts. I don't need to prove anything. I am hanging out. It says a lot when the first thing you ever say is like, bro, I could totally take you. You know who says that? Little dogs. Little dogs bark the loudest. Big dogs don't bark because they don't need to. Okay? It doesn't matter. Here's the other thing. I don't understand these emojis you're using. So if you're trying to do something, I don't know. Look at John Jones. Super gay. That's funny, but I don't think I can show that. Why? Don't be scared. Okay? I mean, they're willing to do things others won't, so that's something. But bro, if I fart, you will fall down. Again, that doesn't really speak to your toughness, though. It really just speaks to the lack of fiber in your diet. Telling me you have diarrhea is not intimidating. It's strange, but I'm not scared. I destroy you. Do it. Do it. All right, party people. It's time for me to eat because I'm too skinny and everyone's gonna fart and I'm gonna fly away in the wind. So I gotta go make a sandwich before I disintegrate. Kwam, I appreciate the talk. Love talking shop. I'm gonna look up that Tai Chi instructor and I'm gonna look into that footwork stuff you were talking about. That was really primo stuff. Thank you, everyone. Okay? And you know what? I'm gonna do one of these. Actually, I don't know how many pervs are in the chat. Usually there's more. So I'm gonna be easy. One more thing. Okay. Let's hear it. That's a good clown. Thank you. Honk honk. The Tai Chi helps you trap hands and attack. I was looking for that. So that is interesting. Because when I think trapping and hand fighting, I think, Wing Chun. While you step off center. Trap hands and attack while you step off center. That's what I like. Whoop. I like that. I'll definitely look into this guy. I'll research him. Bye-bye what? You're already stepping off center. So no risk. Interesting. Okay, well, Mustafa, I'm sorry you're so disappointed in me. I'm sorry, Dad. You really got me. I wear a karate gi on a live stream. You think you're gonna embarrass me? Come on, man. You owe me your firstborn. How about I'll give you one of my black belts. All right. I give you one black belt. You give me forbidden Tai Chi knowledge. When he or she comes of age. Well, if you think you can take them. Because if you think I'm not training my progeny to, from birth, that's abuse. I know, but I'm trying to get a killer, Okay, deal. Sayonara. I hope you have a good Saturday. Stay sassy, everyone, especially you, Mustafa. I want you to stay sassy, okay? That spirit is important, all right? Oh, here we go. I make 5 kids. Wow. Oh. Sayonara, you pussy. Oh, fuck. Oh, you hurt my fucking feelings. Oh. By trying to act tough in a live chat, you are telegraphing your weaknesses heavily. Somewhere deep within you, you worry that you're going to be seen as a pussy. Probably should deal with that before blasting it, and now it's all over the internet, man. Mustafa, it's all good fun, You can troll on me if you want. All right, everyone. Sayonara. Okay? Stay sassy. I love you guys.